The primary purpose behind O&M organizations, studying organizations and studying management is to prepare for this tough journey that is all of you have to do. All of you will be involved in preparing and transforming the greatest organizations of tomorrow. So you have to work hard for that. How will you create the greatest organizations of tomorrow? By studying, obviously, by studying the present greatest organization. Fortunately, we have plenty of great organizations. We have great entrepreneurs like Ratan Tata, like Narayana Murthy, who are the benchmark, who are the standard for you. You have to attain high standards in your life by following them. We have fortunately plenty of great organizations. Look at those greatest organizations, what they are doing. How can we be like that? How can we have those leadership qualities which will be required to create great organizations like those people like Infosys. Infosys has been created by Narayana Murthy and his team. What a great organization it is. Why it is great? Because there are the leaders are great. Narayana Murthy and their group determined and decided to establish great organization. So this is your starting point. At the age of Narayana Murthy, when he was working in IIM Ahmedabad and dreaming to establish the greatest organizations of tomorrow, way back, 3 decades, 4 decades, 40 वर्ष पहले, 4 decades back, when he was in your age and trying to dream about developing the greatest organizations, you are at that stage now, and therefore you have to work hard to create the greatest organization of tomorrow. I'm in class now, so will not be able to talk. So you have to create the greatest organizations of tomorrow, and for that you have to start working hard now. Read about them, what those organizations are, how they work. Read about the greatest organizations of our times. Fortunately, we have plenty of them. You can read about N.K. Chaudhary, how he established Jaipur Rugs. What are his values? What are his hopes? What are his aspirations? What is his leadership style? What kind of approach he uses to motivate people? What is his approach towards people? See, organizations are created by individuals. Individuals are the biggest asset of any organization. And therefore, if you want to create a great organization, you have to focus on individuals. You have to pick up good people and mold them and transform them and develop them into the greatest organization. The best tools to transform organizations are training, development, induction, employee motivation, employee engagement, employee participation, employee involvement. And the best way that you can create the best culture of our time is through OCTAPACE values. OCTAPACE. O for openness, C for collaboration, T for trust, P for proaction, A for authenticity, C for creativity, E for experimentation. Develop them. Means you have to create an open organization which is open and which is willing to take up people. You have to create an organization where people are willingly coming and participating and extending. Look at Wikipedia. They have allowed people to come and contribute to the growth, contribute to the development of Wikipedia. And what is the result? The result is development of such a huge website. So when you want to create a great organization, you have to take inspiration from Wikipedia. Allow people to contribute. Allow people to contribute and develop. And when everybody is contributing, everybody is developing, ultimately you are able to create a great organization of tomorrow. So your contribution to the development of the new world order will be in the form of the greatest organization. What you have to do? You have to focus on sustainable development goals. What are sustainable development goals? These are the goals which you can search on Google. There are 17 goals which every country has accepted. Every country, because these are the goals to develop mankind. These are the goals to develop our life. These are the goals to develop our ecology. We are not going to compromise with environment. We will develop mankind. We will develop our civilization without compromising with environment. Environment will also grow. We will also grow. These are the ideas in sustainable development goals. So the basic ideas in sustainable development goals are to create organizations which are creating symbiotic relations with the environment. When you hope and aspire to create a symbiotic relation with the environment, when you want to develop an organization which is in consistency with the environment, then you are creating the organization of tomorrow. So we want you to dream for that. This is possible today, this will be possible tomorrow. If today it is possible that we can have great organizations like Tata Group or Infosys or Jaipur Rux or Seva, Self-Employed Women Association, then there will be many such organizations in the future for which people like you will aspire, people like you will create the organization. Do you have a burning desire to create a great organization? Say yes. Do you have a great burning desire to do something really outstanding? Say yes. You have these things in you. You have these things. And if you have these things, the path ahead is also clear. When you read on law of attraction, it says that when you have a goal, the goal will enable you to attract like-minded people, like-minded resources. You will be able to proceed ahead. So if you have a burning desire to create the greatest organizations of tomorrow, this desire will take you to your goal and you will be slowly closer to your path. Your ultimate goal is to establish the greatest organizations of tomorrow, and you will be slowly moving ahead to achieve those goals. You will modify your leadership style, you will modify your approach, you will modify your attitude, you will modify your way of working, you will modify your approach towards individuals, towards groups, towards organizations. You learn new art, you learn skill in transformation of people, and ultimately you will develop a transformational leader out of you. Today you are not leader, but you are planning, you are preparing, you are developing yourself, you are asking yourself to be a leader. This is your big achievement, because the moment you say yourself, yes, I have to be the leader, I have to be the corporate leader of tomorrow, you have started the journey. And this is the beginning. This is the first step. And when you have taken the first step, there is no reversal. It's only one way. Now go ahead. And some of you will achieve it sooner, some of you will achieve it later. So you will all be moving towards the journey of becoming corporate leaders. Some of you will be very quick, some of you will be very slow, hardly matters. But the important thing is the main contribution that you wish to achieve. Your contribution is more important. Your contribution to the civilization, your contribution to the world, your contribution to creation of happiness in the world, that is more important. And we all will be contributing to this. For this, according to the requirement, you will adapt yourself, you will change yourself. In order to become change maker, you will start changing yourself, because you have to change the world. So to change the world, you will start changing yourself. Now your focus is very clear. In the years to come, you have to become a source of inspiration for your friends, colleagues, subordinates, and everyone in your organization. So you will start motivating others. When you will start motivating others, you have to set examples for others. Your efforts to motivate others will succeed only and only if you are able to set right examples before others. Organizations are created by individuals, and individuals like you can really create great organization. Right now, if 40% of you are planning to develop 40 great organizations of tomorrow, then it is going to benefit some 40 lakh people indirectly, because each organization will be directly or indirectly contributing, helping some another 1,000 people. And each of them will be part of a family, and each one of them will further contribute and help another 10-15 people. And then the ideas are exploding down to at least 40 lakh people. So your contribution is going to be amazing. Look at Narayana Murthy. When they started the organization, there were only 5-6 people. Ideas were common, goals were common, dreams were common. They started working on it. And today, thousands of people are working in Infosys. And thousands of people are indirectly affected by Infosys. Now, the impact of Infosys is huge today. So one great organization is spreading happiness, greatness, good ideas in the country, whole country. So similarly, the organization that you will create will be creating happiness and greatness all around us. So your impact will be huge. You must understand that your contribution will be in terms of ideas, which are the most important thing. Shift in idea, change in idea. These ideas that you are going to create, what you are going to create, octapace. You are going to focus on developing open organization, not the closed organization of today. The government organizations are closed organizations. They don't welcome others. They don't encourage others to give their ideas. They don't try to implement others' ideas. Therefore, they are open. They are not open organization. But within government setup, we have people like Narendra Modi, who are very few people. But they are also very dynamic, very committed. They are open people. They want to take ideas of common people. They want to serve common people. They have a commitment to serve mankind. We don't find many people like him, but then there are few. But when you are going to create an organization in private sector, select people purely on the basis of their potential, their ability to contribute to greatness, their ability to help the mankind. So be very careful in selecting people. Select right people. Recruitment and selection should be very good. And then next task is induction and training. Impart thorough induction, give thorough training, mold everybody so that everybody can contribute to the organization, and then slowly and slowly transform your organization into the greatest organization of future. So your efforts to transform your organization into future will succeed if you adopt right set of ideas. Learn the principles of motivation. Read different theories of motivation, as many theories as possible. Maslow's theory, Herzberg's theory, McGregor's theory, right? Alderfer's theory. Read about them. Pick out the best ideas. What Maslow says, need for actualization, self-actualization. There are 5 needs. Need for physiological need, food. Need for safety. Need for love, affection. Need for self-actualization. No, need for self-esteem. And the 5th and the last need is need for self-actualization. You hire for self-actualization. You dream for self-actualization. Self-actualization is the 5th and the last and the paramount need. But you should aspire for that. Because you are not here for basic needs. You have all fulfilled. Your basic needs are fulfilled. Your fundamental needs are fulfilled. Now what is left is self-actualization. You should aspire for that. You should have a dream to create the greatest organization of future. You have the dream. If you have a dream to become an entrepreneur of future, then you are going to go ahead on the path of developing the greatest organization of tomorrow. That is what we want from you. Contribute to the development of the greatest organizations of tomorrow just by being focused on your goal. Start with simple goals, and simplest goals work. Right? That is what we want. You take up any goal and you work for them. Organizations are created. Look at Akshay Patra, what they did. They are asking people to contribute very small money towards feeding the poor children so that they can go to schools. Very small money. And thousands of people are contributing that small money. Large money everybody cannot contribute, but small money everybody can contribute. So when people contribute small money, Akshay Patra, what they do, they use that money. They have a mass scale production system. Huge factory they have created for creating mass scale production so that per unit cost is minimized. So their per unit cost of producing one individual's food comes to close to 3-4 rupees. They prepare and pack food and distribute it to every school to children so that each child can get good food and each child has a motivation to come to school. In villages it works. In poor areas it works. Children come down to school just to get food. And when they come to school, they also get some ideas. They also feel a motivation to study, and some of them get motivation to work hard and attain good academic achievements, and they progress in life. What Jaipur Food did, Jaipur Food told everybody, if anybody's leg is broken, leg is cut, anybody's leg is cut, bring that person to Jaipur Food. Bring that person to Jaipur Food, all cost borne by Jaipur Food, free of cost like transplantation. Amazing work. 76 lakh people have been helped by this. Great work indeed. Now you might wonder, if you have such great dreams, such great aspirations, there are plenty of people willing to help. So today, plenty of people are willing to help Jaipur Food, and a lot of people are there lined up, willing to help Jaipur Food. And today, there is no dearth of money. So great journey start with great ideas. If you will aspire that, yes, I will establish an organization to fight poverty, you will be able to kill poverty, no doubt about it. Look at what Muhammad Yunus did. Grameen Bank, established Grameen Bank, and through Grameen Bank, more than 2 lakh beggars were converted into entrepreneurs. Microfinance was provided, small finance. And through those small finance, those people who were becoming beggars, they became entrepreneurs, they started their own businesses, they formed their groups, they started working together in a collaborative environment. And today, these people have converted into greatest entrepreneurs. So start with great ideas. Think about any small thing, and you do it. A lady planted 80,000 banyan trees. She still continues to establish banyan trees. 80,000 banyan trees in forests. Amazing contribution. Another person planted 1 lakh trees in Nagaur, which is desert area. 1 lakh trees. So great ideas, great teamwork, great efforts. So your signature on this world will be in terms of your contribution. You have come to this world, you will make your impact on this world, you will create an impact on this world through your contribution. And this contribution will be in terms of development of a better ecology, development of better work environment, development of better organizations. And that will be through your own journey of entrepreneurship, your own journey of corporate leadership. When you are corporate leader, you are contributing to the development of the company. You are contributing to the development of a good work culture. That is what we expect from you. So your contribution will be in the form of creation of the greatest organization of future. We have plenty of great organizations, and these great organizations will not last long. They may last, but what they are today may be different tomorrow. But they have set a footprint. They have created an example which all of you should aspire, which all of you should follow. You should exceed their standards. You look at their work, their standards, and you try to see how you can exceed their standards. Look at the work performed by Videshwar Pathak, Sulabh Shauchalaya, great organization. So much of commitment. Look at the work of Jaipur Raks, N.K. Chaudhary, great commitment. So much of commitment. Work is worship. So they have created examples for you, and you should follow and you should exceed that standards. If Ratan Tata or Narayan Murthy is able to set an example, you are there to follow them and you are exceeding them. You will exceed them. You can take inspiration from them and you can contribute to the world by doing even better than what they have done. And that is what we want from you. The organizations of tomorrow will truly be outstanding organization, and they should come from you. When you have a dream and aspiration, that is going to work. What is the theory of contingency theory of leadership says? Contingency theory says situation is very important. It depends upon situation. As per the situation, leaders have to adapt and leaders have to change. So, as per situation, leadership theory is adopted. The future is going to be better because there will be more educated people, more focused resources. If the future is going to be bright, you people will have a better opportunity to exercise leadership skills. You will have an opportunity to exercise better leadership approach, and therefore you will be better leaders. So read about leadership theories of the past. Read about the leadership theories adopted by great leaders of the past. Take inspiration from them and be a better leader. Read how Gandhiji became leader. What was his leadership style? Read about Subhash Chandra Bose. What was his leadership style? Read about other great leaders. Read about their leadership style. Take inspiration from them, because you have to create a great leader out of yourself. And you will be able to create great leaders out of yourself if hidden potential inside you, the leader inside you, get ideas, get stories. Those stories, those ideas should reach your mind so that the mind can activate the leader inside you. And you are able to develop yourself, you are able to transform yourself. We want you to take up that leadership challenge of the future. We want you to adopt great leadership styles of the future. Today's time, we are talking about great leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose. We are narrating stories of Bose. We are narrating stories of Gandhiji. We are narrating stories of Ratan Tata. We are narrating stories of Narayana Murthy. Their stories are the stories of today. And you have to create the stories of future. You will be able to create the stories of future if you read the present stories. If you will not read, you will not create. Read the stories of the present and learn and practice. The leadership is art and science. Motivation is art and science. It is science because there are certain principles of psychology that are applicable. It is art because it requires practice. So practice them. When you will practice, you will perfect. Simple art of motivation. What Herzberg says, there are two factors. One, those which motivate. One, those which dissatisfy. It is you who have to understand what is that factor which motivates. What are those factors? Achievement, recognition, growth, advancement, work itself. And what factors dissatisfy? Salary, working and the bureaucratic rules, organizational policies, competition in the organization, work culture where people are not helping each other. All these things create dissatisfaction. Theory X and theory Y. What is this? Read about them and adopt right approach. If you will think workers are willing to work hard, you will be able to achieve work from them. If you think workers are responsible, you'll be able to make your workers responsible. If you think workers are creative, you'll be able to make your employees creative. If you think your employees really want to take initiative, you'll get the best and most innovative work done from them. So change your belief system so that you are able to change your colleagues. You are able to change your subordinates by changing your thinking, your attitude. If you will change your attitude towards them, they will work hard to change their attitude towards you. And they will prove yourself that what you are thinking is right. You think and they will do it. Trust on your colleagues, trust on your subordinates, and they will not let you betray your trust. If you trust on them, they will act on your trust. So start with these things. This is called art and science. Art because you have to practice it in day-to-day life. Science because it is based on the fundamental human psychology. Read about human psychology because ultimately no transformation is possible without organization, and organizations can transform only if you really understand human behavior. You have to understand human behavior. You have to understand human psychology. You have to understand how to trigger people to achieve higher goals. The ability to convert ordinary people into extraordinary people is essential. That is going to help you, and therefore you have to achieve those goals. Our dreams, our expectations, our aspirations from you are increasing every day. You are also having very high expectations from yourself. There is no doubt about it. So leave all your confusions. Clear yourself. Make a clear vision. Call yourself. Speak to yourself. Tell yourself, this is your destiny. You have to create the greatest organizations of tomorrow. You have to create the greatest organizations of tomorrow. This is your dream. This is your aspiration. This is your goal. This is your aspiration. And you have to work for it. And the moment you tell yourself, the journey starts. And soon you are able to transform yourself. Every day you tell yourself. Every day you contribute to your own development. And this is what we want. We hope you will be creating the best organizations of the future, and we will wait for that.